Hey everybody, it's Zach. Welcome back to the Heroverse. And guys, I have another unboxing video for you today. I am super excited to be, filming again. I think the last video I filmed was my reaction to kind of like the short special for Doctor Who. Which was I think it was like last week, if not 2 weeks ago. So it's been a minute since I have done any sort of video here on the channel. I've been posting some stuff on the community tab, but things have kind of been slow lately. But I'm planning on ramping things back up. I did Black Friday shopping. I had a great Thanksgiving. I did some pretty damn good Black Friday shopping, and I've just been waiting to do this unboxing for quite some time now. Ever since this movie released, I was excited to get my hands on this movie. Today we are gonna be unboxing the 4K HD version of Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, which I really love this movie. If you guys have been paying attention to my Instagram when this movie came out or my community tab, I raved about this movie. Like, I love this movie. It definitely is still probably my number one for best movie of the year. I still stand by that. I would say the only closest thing I would say that's up there is definitely Across the Spider-Verse. I would say they're pretty neck and neck, but I think Oppenheimer takes it just by this much. Those were probably two of the best movies of this year. In my personal opinion, I definitely think if Across the Spider-Verse doesn't win, I think Oppenheimer should win. And if Oppenheimer doesn't win, I think Across the Spider-Verse should win. That's kind of like my hopes for what movie gets best movie of the year. And literally it says one of the best movies of the century, and I definitely agree with that. It says one of the best movies of the century. I agree. This 4K Ultra HD. The bonus content, it says, includes bonus disc over 3 hours worth of special features, which right away when I heard that that Christopher Nolan and the team were gonna put 3 hours worth of special features about the makings of this movie, I flipped out. I was like, oh my god, that's what I'm talking about. Christopher Nolan understands what we want of us, physical media buyers, of like, giving us really he's putting heart and soul back into kind of people that usually don't buy physical media. That he knows what will persuade somebody to go out and go buy physical media. Like, people want to know how you created a movie, and that's the one downside I really don't like about a lot of a lot of movie releases nowadays of physical media, is that they don't really put on a lot of special features when it's like, we want to see that. Give us something worth our while, which for the people that are going out to the store and that are buying these discs, you know what I mean, like, make it worth our while. Like, put that special features on there, because if we're buying it and we're going out to go get it and put it up on our shelf, we want to be proud of it, not only for the great film that it was, but also we want to know how you made that masterpiece. You know what I mean? So he understands, like, and that's what I used to love, how Marvel movies would just put a whole bunch of special features on their discs. They don't even do it anymore. A lot of movies, don't do it anymore. You know what I mean? It's really upsetting, because it's like, put everything on there, put all the gag reels, put all the bloopers, put everything on there. Even if you think we don't want it, we want it. Just like, put it all on there. Don't like skimp out on anything, because again, if we're buying it, we want to have all that content. So right away when I saw the 3 hours worth, I'm like, great, because this movie, it deserves that me watching all those special features for 3 hours. Like, it deserves my time to sit down and watch those 3 hours worth of bonus content. It's definitely, this movie is definitely worth it. And I think, out of all movies that would put it on there, I think, especially of this year, I think Across the Spider-Verse and Oppenheimer are both worth me sitting down watching that much of content. Which, if I'm correct, I don't think even Across the Spider-Verse has that much behind the scenes content, you know what I mean, and in bonus features as this movie does. I would say, out of all movies that came out this year, this is the first movie, and it doesn't surprise me, like I said, because it's by Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan knows, he's a big supporter of physical media, and he knows what, again, us physical media buyers want. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And there's a video that I want to react to that IGN made about talking to Christopher Nolan about physical media and what it means to him, and how physical media is kind of going extinct, which again, really hurts my heart because I am a physical media buyer. And I'll be talking more about that, when I do that reaction video talking about physical media and what it means to me and all that stuff. I'll be doing that separate. But definitely, I was very, very happy when I was like, yeah, that's another reason why I want to buy it, is because I have 3 hours worth of of hours of special features content, which I can't wait to consume. Literally, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Um, like I said, it's the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital code. There is a digital code in here, and there's also a Blu-ray disc in here. If you don't have a 4K player, but you do have a Blu-ray player, you have the Blu-ray disc. That's the one downside. If I go over to my sister's house, she does not have a 4K player, so she will not be able to play the 4K. Or actually, no, she has a 4K player, like if you have a Blu-ray player, you'll be able to play a 4K disc. But if you don't have a 4K TV, you can't play the 4K disc. So my sister does not have a 4K TV. I have a 4K TV, but she wants to watch Oppenheimer, so it sucks because I'm gonna have to watch Oppenheimer in Blu-ray, and then at some point down the line, I'll wait to watch the 4K. It sucks because I really wanted to watch the 4K right away, and I've been telling my sister for years now, please upgrade your theater, your theater kind of, or your entertainment center. That's probably the best way to put that. Like, I've been wanting her to upgrade her entertainment center for the longest time. She got a sound bar and subwoofer, but she is still holding out on getting a 4K TV, and I've been telling her, please do it. So definitely, I hope, if anything, I can maybe persuade her enough, since around the holiday season, get a new TV. You know what I mean? And because in persuading her that, if you should get the 4K TV now to watch this masterpiece, because like I said, this is definitely up there with, again, for my best movie of the year. I really hope it gets it, and I hope this movie wins a lot of Oscars, as it deserves to. Again, this is the slipcover. This is what it looks like. Here's the back of it right here, and on the back it says straining. I guess these are just quotes that people said about the movie. It says I think it says staging. Or I think it says staggering. Yes, I said straining. Staggering. Someone said a colossal cinematic epic, which I agree with. It definitely was. This says 4K sharper than full HD with HDR full brighter, deeper, more lifelike, more lifelike color. Which, like I said, that's why you should always go with 4K. For you, physical media buyers, let me know. Do you have a 4K TV? Do you get 4Ks? Do you get Blu-rays? Let me know. Definitely, I think, if anything, upgrade to a 4K TV. Go all out. You really get that nice picture quality that you do in the theaters with that 4K disc compared to even the Blu-ray disc. You just get that more crisper, brighter color, theater feel, if you get a 4K TV and you get 4K discs and stuff. Like I said, this movie has Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., and of course Florence Pugh. They all did an amazing job. Definitely, like I said, Cillian Murphy deserves all the Oscars this year. I'm gonna stand by that. He killed it. And Emily Blunt deserves Best Supporting Actress for sure. She killed it. Like I said, they all deserve some shape or form of Oscars during the Oscars. I definitely think they deserve it, or even just to be nominated for an Oscar. They all deserve it. That's for damn sure. Like I said, this movie didn't feel 3 hours long. It honestly felt pretty quick. It didn't really feel 3 hours because I was just so invested. I just could not look away from the screen. I could not be invested as I was sitting there. I don't know much about nuclear fusion, but it's really impressive when you don't know enough, but yet the movie sucks you in and you're just so invested in the story. And like I said, when I watched this movie, the colors, the score, the even the sound design, everybody that worked on this movie, it just was beautiful. Even the camera work between when it went to gray, when it went to black and white sequences, when it went to normal sequences, the color, it just was just breathtaking. This movie just worked on so many levels, and just being in Oppenheimer's head of how he looked at nuclear fusion, he looked at it as an art form. It just really was beautiful. All things considered, of what this what this meant and everything, of how dangerous nuclear bombs are and stuff. but you really had a sense of how he looked at nuclear fusion and looked at science and looked and how how he looked at it through his eyes. It was just really breathtaking. And again, that's all through Christopher Nolan's great directing. He's such a great director. He's one of my favorite directors of all time. I mean, with Tenants and of course, what is it? And I can't remember the other one on top of it. Inception. Tenet is my favorite over Inception. I know a lot of people are probably like, what the hell? But like, Tenet is my favorite. I know that's not one of Christopher Nolan's movies that are favorited by the fans, but like, I love Tenet. I own it on 4K. But we're gonna check in the inside right here. This is the Blu-ray disc. It's just show you right here. That's it right here. It looks really, really cool. I love how it is the poster with Cillian Murphy right there as the character Oppenheimer. Of course, we have this right here when they have the goggles on and they're watching the explosion happen in the movie. I think that's really, really cool. And this is the 4K Ultra HD disc, which is really, really cool. Like I said, I wanted to get the Steelbook, but I just did not get it in time. Mind you, this movie released the Wednesday, I want to say, the week, I think it was the week before Black Friday or Thanksgiving week. It was that Wednesday before, which, like I said, I just didn't get it in time and they just sold out, which I'm not surprised. I just really wish that, sadly, I would say I would really wish that Best Buy would order more Steelbooks, but if you guys didn't know already, Best Buy is getting rid of all their physical media by the end of this year, if I'm correct. I don't think it's at the end of next year. I think it's at the end of this year. Which is very, very upsetting, like I said. So they're already starting to siphon things out, but I want to talk about that more going into my, reaction / talk about what physical media means to me and all that stuff. Okay, and this is just the standard Blu-ray, which of course it has Oppenheimer's hat. This is actually, no, this isn't the standard. It's the standard. It's the Blu-ray / special features disc, which I really appreciate how they have the Oppenheimer hat, and also, there's a word for it. It's like that smoker. I forget the term for what it is, but I guess you could say pipe right there. I really appreciate that is the special features, artwork on the special features disc. It just makes sense to have that there. So I really like their choice for that. But like I said, guys, I'm really, really happy I got this when I did. This was actually really hard for me to find, just even the standard 4K. This was very, very hard to come by. I don't know why it is. I feel like I semi-do, which I'll talk about my theory about why I think it was so hard to find this. Mainly because this movie was so popular. I was like, okay, but I don't think I quite understood when I went Black Friday shopping how popular this movie was, that there just was no 4K Blu-rays anywhere. There was just your standard Blu-ray, and I couldn't even find any standard, standard version of Oppenheimer, which was crazy. All I could find was standard Blu-ray when I went to Best Buy. Mind you, I went to 2 Best Buys, and they're pretty big local Best Buys. I went to 2 Walmarts, 2 Targets, and they didn't have anything. The Walmart and Target didn't have anything. The 2 Walmarts didn't have any Oppenheimer. The 2 Targets didn't have any Oppenheimer. The two Best Buys had Oppenheimer, but it was just your standard Blu-ray. I don't know what it was. It took me to check another Walmart to find it, and this was the last one. Mind you, the dude gave me some shitty attitude. When I called to ask if they could save it, when he said he only had 1 more left, he just kept saying, when are you coming? When are you coming? When are you coming? Like, what time? When are you coming? I'm like, I'm coming now. But like, as an employee, you shouldn't be asking that question. You should be like, oh, well, just so you know, we can only hold it until the end of the day. No, oh, when are you showing up? When are you coming? Mind you, I understand that the fact that it's Black Friday, there's a lot of jerks out there that are rude to customers, or rude to workers. I understand that, but when someone's being nice to you, it doesn't hurt to give somebody some respect, especially when they're being nice to you on the phone from the jump. So that really annoyed me, but at the end of the day, I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I got it. There's not much else to say about it, but like I said, guys, this definitely is worth it. It's definitely worth a buy if you're a physical media collector, and I definitely recommend collecting now before, all this is done with. You know what I mean? It's very sad. I really don't want to cater to the digital crowd. I don't like doing it in terms of my video games. I always get physical. If I really am looking forward to a game, I'll pre-order and go pick it up. I really like having the experience. And if you guys watched my tag along with me to GameStop to go pick up tag along with me to GameStop's Spider-Man 2 release party. That's why I support physical media, is that you run into people, you have conversations, you there's something special about holding something in your hands and owning it and putting it up on your shelf and seeing all the movies you have. They can't take it away from you. You have it. And I mean, it's just very upsetting that Best Buy is getting rid of their physical media. And that's only, it's only the decline from there, is that, Best Buy stops, and then Walmart stops, and then Target stops. It's only going to keep going down, and it's very, very upsetting. And that's why I'm saying, like, I want everybody to kind of, rally together and kind of, start collecting physical media. And even if you don't collect physical media, let me know why. You know what I mean? There's really something special about getting this. Mind you, you could take this anywhere. You know what I mean? You could let someone borrow it. You can't let someone borrow it if you have a streaming service, especially with nowadays with streaming services, kind of cracking down on sharing passwords and stuff. You could take this with you even if you don't have any Wi-Fi. Let's say you want to go camping, you could take this with you, and if you have just your standard was it not internet, but like there's a word for it, like standard electricity, you can plug in your DVD player, plug in a TV, and watch this. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need internet for it. So there's just something special about owning it and putting it up on the shelf and collecting. It's no different if you really enjoy collecting collectibles like I do. You know what I mean? It's just something special, and it's also a hobby. And I really recommend a lot more people getting into it, because I really don't want to see the day where there is no more physical media and we're just trusting online to hold our movies. You know what I mean? I used to, here's a great example. I used to have Verizon back in the day. I ordered, this was when I was younger, before I really collected physical media. I had so many movies bought on Verizon. We leave Verizon, they're all gone. You can't take them with you. It's a waste of money. This isn't a waste of money. Look at it that way. About, it's a good investment where you won't waste your money and you won't get screwed over by a glitch or something if you order something online and it doesn't follow through. It just, get into it. It's definitely a great, habit to get into, especially if you love movies or shows like I do. You know what I mean? Even if you don't if you don't want to collect movies, you can collect shows. There's a lot of different options and outlets. Just, I definitely I want more people to start collecting stuff, physical media, because I don't want to see it gone. It definitely will be a sad day when that happens. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to talk about this more on what physical media means to me in that reaction video that I'm gonna have for the IGN and Christopher Nolan's take on physical media, being siphoned out, and what that means to him about that happening. But like I said, guys, definitely, I'm very, very glad that I have this and I get to put it up on my shelf. I'm just glad that, I was able to find that one last 4K disc. I don't know if they're going to stock anymore. I'll talk about that definitely in my other video, because I have some, thoughts on why there was a very limited amount. And it just, like I said, it scares me, but I can't wait to talk about it over in the other video. But let me know, did you get the 4K Ultra HD version of Oppenheimer? Did you get it, or did you get the Blu-ray? Did you get the standard? Let me know, or hell, did you even get it digitally? I want to know, and I want to also know what you guys thought about Oppenheimer, and do you think it should win Best Movie of the Year at the Oscars? Let me know. And or do you think another movie should win? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Also, again, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, put in notifications, and like this video. It would mean the world to me. I'm really trying to grow this channel here. Like I said, a lot more videos are coming. It's just we've kind of hit a slow kind of news, and also slow in terms of movies and kind of shows being out right now. If you're interested, I'm covering the whole I'm rewatching the whole first season of Invincible over on my Patreon. And also I'm going to be watching the newest episode, which is episode 4 of season 2 of Invincible. So if you're interested in that, definitely go subscribe to my Patreon. It's always in the description down below in my link tree. But without further ado, guys, that was the unboxing for the 4K Ultra HD of Oppenheimer. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.